A change in EPA standards aims to cut down America's exposure to PFAS, also known as forever chemicals. A water treatment plant in Georgetown exceeds the new standards, and KVUE's Matt Fernandez has more on the plans to reduce the chemicals and what it means for families here in Central Texas.
There's things inside those filters that will take out certain impurities in the water.
This is a look at Georgetown resident Joe Werbowski's filtration system under his sink. He likes to have a nice glass of water every day.
We take, some degree of making sure that we're drinking clean water.
He's not the only one. As part of the federal government's push to reduce PFAS, or forever chemicals, facilities including water treatment plants are undergoing testing. David Sally is a UT professor with an expertise in PFAS.
The goal is to control PFAS substances, which are perfluorinated alkyl substances, and these chemicals cause multiple diseases, can be pretty toxic in the water, and the goal is to control or reduce the cancer rate by half by 2047.
113 water treatment plants, including the San Gabriel treatment plant in Georgetown, where drinking water comes from, did testing for 5 PFAS substances. Water treatment plants are required to do testing by 2026.
Georgetown, Water District, they have identified particularly 2 specific PFAS substances, which are called PFOA and PFAS.
Sally says in 20 Olympic swimming pools, 1 droplet of chemicals would equal 1 parts per trillion. 4.0 parts per trillion and below would meet the requirements. In Georgetown, testing showed 4.9 for PFOA and 5.7 for PFOS.
Not a lot. It's of course above the limit, but again, the tests and the concentration can be variable.
These required levels are not enforced yet, but they will be by 2029. Sally always encourages everyone to take precautions when it comes to water.
In Georgetown, I would consider drinking my water after filtering it, particularly if in my household there is a pregnant woman or children.
The city of Georgetown issued a statement in part saying, quote, "The city of Georgetown is following the guidelines provided by the EPA. We will continue to test and work with the TCEQ and design consultants to make adjustments to our water system that are needed as new technology becomes available for the removal of PFAS chemicals in drinking water." In Georgetown, Matt Fernandez, KVUE News.
Matt, thanks a lot. So how widespread are forever chemicals in the nation's water supply, and what does that mean for your family's health at home? Well, our Verified team took a more focused look at those questions to get you some answers. Our sources are the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry. That's an agency with the CDC, that same group that handled the East Palestine train derailment in Ohio last year. First, let's define PFAS. According to the EPA, they're widely used, long-lasting chemicals that break down very slowly over time. They've been used in consumer products since the 1940s in things like nonstick pans, firefighting foam, even fabrics and plastic packaging. Forever chemicals are so prevalent, they can be found in the blood of people and animals all around the world. According to the CDC, most people in the United States have been exposed and have PFAS in their blood already. It's repeated exposure over time that causes PFAS to build up in the body. So far, researchers have been able to connect an increase in exposure to 6 health effects. Those are higher cholesterol, changes in liver function, decreases in birth weight, a lower antibody response to some vaccines, high blood pressure during pregnancy, and kidney and testicular cancer. Now, keep in mind, there are several variations of PFAS, and not every condition is associated with every type. The CDC says more research is needed to better understand the health impacts of PFAS exposure, because PFAS are found at low levels in most places. Completely eliminating exposure is very unlikely. You can limit your exposure by using an alternate water source for drinking or filtering your water, and avoiding eating contaminated meat like fish from a contaminated water source.